boxer, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. For the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own this.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 60 or, pilot, 64, read, begin.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. But what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Nice touchdown, baby.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. 5-2.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Got it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. These two teams all tied after 1. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Day is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Redskins 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On first down, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Under 10. Under 10. Go, go. 31's the mic.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Love. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. This will be caught at about the 6. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
All right, T. All right, T. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
Hey, Charlie. Big grip.
They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on second and 16, Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing. Make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Single receiver. Here we go. Here we go. I got 29. I got 29. Hustle. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's going to sling this deep. And got his man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
No, check that. We're on Mike 52.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
52's the mark, boys. 52's the mark.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike back two. Here we go. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This is caught. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And what would the dive look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Mike 52, Mike 54. Guys, game situation.
Second down, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
31's the mic.
In your face.
31's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
31's the mic. Coming this way. Here we go. 31's the mic. Watch the call. 30.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. Still. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
3, 218, chop.
On second down, it's Drake. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Back to throw. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's at the 30. 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the I. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the lead. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check, lucky, right.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 52. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 52 to Mike.
Here we go with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole